Hello, we are back. By back, I mean, been a day. I don't know. Alright, back to this. Let's see, where were we? Ended chapter 2. Okay, how many are we doing today? It depends on how short chapter 3 is, so maybe we can do 2 chapters. We'll see. Who's here, by the way? We got. How many do we got? Let me load this. Alright, ooh, need to mentally prepare myself. I'm kind of tired. I didn't sleep well. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Alright, what's chapter 3? Oh, it doesn't tell me. Colonel Sanders immediately with that. Okay, I see. Hell yeah, trademark. Of course, that's right up her alley. Okay. I understand her wanting to take home Satoko and Rika-chan. But I can't understand the Colonel Sanders. What's so good about that four-eyed geezer? Damn, don't insult the... What the hell? Probably better to hear it from Rena, don't you think? Could probably just say, because it's just so cute, though. Does Rena often go to the construction site to hunt for treasure? Every now and then she says she's going to have a look. But a girl her age rummaging around in garbage is, well... Rena enjoys it, then I think it's fine. I mean, it doesn't seem that right? I mean, not like picking up trash specifically. She's just looking for like free shit, you know? What were they doing over there? Dam construction? That'd been bugging me since yesterday, like an itch I couldn't scratch. Ha 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 ha. It was canceled a long time ago, damn. Damn. Everyone gathered together and fought against it. Wait, why? What was wrong with it? Hearing an ominous word like fought from Rika-chan's mouth startled me. Wait, really? That's right. It was unbelievable. They said Hinamizawa would be sunk into the reservoir and we had no say in the matter. Wait, what? Oh, no wonder. How would they even have like a legal reason to do it? People in... And even if they did... Ipa, hello. Yeah, even if they did like have no legal reason, like people just sabotage it because they don't want their home, you know, sunk into the reservoir. That'd be kind of stupid. So I'm only able to be here because the protest succeeded. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, yeah, okay, I forget. I don't know why, but the repeating text just sounds kind of off to me. And I remember seeing something on Reddit when it comes to this translation about that, but I'll look into that later. I forgot to look into that though. I think it's fine, to be fair. It doesn't really detract from anything. I didn't keep you, did I? Did I? I mean, it seems natural. It's just weird. Maybe it's just how she talks. How would that be in like Japanese? My deepest apologies, Keiichi-chan. Or Keiichi-san. I don't know, Chan seems better there, obviously. It's kind of weird for me to say that, but... Oh yeah, Satoko-san, that makes sense. I'm sure that she would probably use Kun. I actually don't know. I actually don't know what honorific she uses. I like how they include them because it kind of gives you a good idea of how they think of each other. Took me a while to powder my nose. Ma'am, I don't think you know the origin of that phrase, and I don't think that's what it originally said. Satoko? Wait to use the cannon until you really have to go. What? It's a lot easier since it shoots right out. What? How dare you speak that way to a maiden of unparalleled beauty such as myself? No. I'm sure some of the people in chat may think so, honestly, including me. But, interesting thought process. Wish she called it a maiden, true. But, Misugaki, uo. Simple. Quite simple. If Satoko really was a maiden, she wouldn't have reacted like that. The usual hijinks ensued. Now then, gentlemen. He's the only gentleman. Why she referred to everyone like that? In accordance with the rules of our society, I bring a point to discussion. Keiichi Maebaru-kun wishes to be included as a member in our activities. What say you? Rena has no objection. Oh ho ho! I wonder if the likes of this peasant is up to the task. Damn. Me and Satoko both approve. The three that Mion had queried voiced their approval. A unanimous decision. Congratulations, Keiichi Maebara-kun. I present you the honor of being allowed to take the entrance exam for our club. Oh boy. Start from the beginning. I didn't say I would join. Ooh. What club is this? What our club does, you see. In order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities under different sets of rules. Okay. Sometimes they are in your favor. And sometimes they work against you. Okay. I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer if you didn't single me out. Let's try to get along. Aw. What do you mean pretty weak? Wait, aren't you really strong? Didn't you like punch out both Mion and me? You're so naive, Rena. The law of the jungle is survival of the fittest. This was starting to sound a bit sketchy. So what kind of club was it? Fight club. To sum it up, it's a club where we play games together. Okay. Riki-chan was the only one to answer my question with a pertinent response. So basically, this club put Mion's hobby of collecting games to use. By playing the various games that Mion had hoarded every day, it seemed that depending on the day, there were prizes for the winners or a penalty for the person who finished in last place. Oh, okay. I'll make this clear right now. We aren't playing house here. Oh yeah? You should treat each win or loss as if your life depends on it, alright? Oh, okay. What's wrong with just having fun? No, we must be competitive and sweat. Don't make it sound so crazy. First rule of our society, aim only for first place. Going at it half-assed just because it's a game is not allowed. Rule number 2 of our society. For that reason, you are obligated to make all possible efforts. The way Satoko said it, it sounded like she was saying, use any means necessary. Of course, I will do my best too. I'm pretty weak, but I'm trying my best. It's okay, Brenna. I'm sure that's true. I knew what they were trying to say. In a game where everybody's aiming for the top, it's rather unsportsmanlike to play just for fun. I guess so. Alright then, I too will go all out. With that, I was finally ready for the rite of initiation, my baptism into the club. A word of warning, Kei-chan. Rena can get pretty nasty. This initiation looks like it's gonna be rough. Mion began fishing around the student lockers in the back of the room. They have the games here at school. Well, it's club equipment, so I guess that's fine. Complicated games would put Kei-chan at a disadvantage. So today we'll play a game that you should be familiar with. How about a standard card game like Old Bachelor? Isn't it Old Maid? Not too sure about this translation now. Hold on, pretty sure this is the best one, right? Or original PC script with voices where it fits, fully uncensored, but this means maybe visible. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Can't really get into it unless there's a penalty. This time the loser will be sentenced to having their face drawn on. What do you think? Whoa. It won't be a permanent marker, right? Right? Permanent? She wants to draw on our faces with permanent marker? It's perfect. Satoko cheered the idea on. She didn't even flinch at the thought of such a severe penalty. It seemed like she was raring to go. It's gonna be like this, then I can't lose either. And I'll just cut to the chase and start dealing. Old Bachelor is pretty much the same as Old Maid. Oh, it is different. Okay, I didn't know that. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, wait, what's the difference then? There's only one difference. There's no Joker. Oh, okay. It's not that much different. Okay. In its place, one card is pulled out at the start. Okay, okay. Meaning there will be one card without a match left over at the end. Oh. You don't know which card will end up being the Joker. Oh, that's cool, actually. It's a pretty thrilling game. I'll take out the card now. Mion took one card and left it face down on the table. Everybody stared at the card intently. Well, it'll be pretty obvious in the end game. No way to tell at the start. But the rest of them were very serious. They didn't seem as relaxed as I was. Oh, really? They compared their cards to the one face down, all the while gauging each other's reactions. It was as if they could see what the face down card was. No, it couldn't be. I think I remember this scene from the anime. This deck is pretty worn out. Yeah, if I recall that this deck has like... all the cards are kind of like... they have like nicks and like bends in it that determines which card is which. No way, can everyone tell by the scratches what the card on the table is? Exactly. Remember the second rule of our society. Keiichi-san must try his hardest to win as well. A number of cards are quite unique. Keiichi-kun should be able to remember them pretty quickly. She said that so matter-of-factly. Suits me fine. Don't think a little thing like that can be your crutch. I lashed out angrily, but it was rather obvious I was at a disadvantage. After all, they'd gone so far as to memorize the wear and tear for each individual card. This wasn't a simple game of Old Bachelor. This was a test. Then they were playing with the answer sheet in front of them. Damn. Bring it. I'll take advantage of your carelessness and beat you at your own game. That baseless confidence would soon be crushed. How about I tell you your hand starting from the right? 3, 4, 9, Jack, Queen. By the way, the Bachelor is the Jack of Diamonds. By the way, she's saying that for all of us. I can tell what they are even if you switch them around. I am out. I thought I was prepared, but for it to be this brutal, just overwhelming. The demons. You're all demons, women, am I right? Rena isn't a demon, are you? Sorry, Keiichi-kun. This is the 3 of Hearts, isn't it? I'm out. Not even a hint of mercy. Rena, even Rika-chan. These club activities were to be trifled with. An alumnus of this club would definitely survive the cruelest of situations. If our entire class had self-detonating collars strapped to their necks and were dropped into a death match on a deserted island, these guys would probably take it out, take to it like fish to water. I can already picture their joy as they hunt down each of their classmates. The lowest point system. The order itself dictates the points. Whoever has the lowest point total wins. Since Keiichi finished last, he has 5 points. There's already a 5 marked down on my scoreboard. I think it's unfair to Keiichi-kun if we don't use a new deck. It's fine, it's fine. Kei-chan is a man after all. Damn. Damn, is that how it is? He can turn the tables even if the odds are stacked against him, right? It's fitting for a lowly peasant to scamper home and soak their pillow in tears, don't you think? A petite hand laid itself on top of my head, which was trembling from uncontainable frustration. It was Rika-chan's. Keep on fighting, yeah? Is that her catchphrase? Or one of them? Other than Nipa? She hasn't said a Nipa yet, by the way. Thanks to Rika-chan's words of encouragement, I was able to calm down. You need to be calm, especially when you're cornered. That's the power I could muster during this crisis. Think clearly, Keiichi Maebara. Take your time and look at the cards carefully. It's just as Rena said, several of the cards have their own distinct markings, making them stand out. Memorizing them should be pretty simple. Think about what you can do in this situation. Try everything in your power to improve your chances of victory. Whoa, great Keiichi-kun, just like that. I covered the uniquely marked cards with my hands, or other cards, arranging them in such a way that they couldn't be seen. The one with the ripped corner should be the 5. And I'm out. I couldn't let any of those precious hints slip by me. All information is a weapon. And it was my turn. Satoko fanned out her cards for me. Oh, you see, I want the 7. Is it this one? I wonder about that. You won't know unless you take it. There's a bit of dismay in her expression. Like she doesn't want it taken. That kind of expression. I won't let that momentary lapse slip by me. Is she trolling? Is she joking? I know. It's this one. Got it. 7 of spades. Oh, he did it. A cheer of woo rang out. What is this? The 7 should be the hardest one of all to tell apart. It wasn't from memorizing the markings. Those slight changes in their expressions as I was selecting a card were enough. Ooh. Can't hide it from me, Kei-chan. This mark means it's a 2 of diamonds. What? She was startled by her own misread. Of course, everyone else was too. Whoa, it's rare that Mi-chan gets a card wrong. And no, Kei-chan, could it be you? They told them apart by different marks. That mark was a nail scratch. So I put a new one on it. Are you saying he disguised it as the 2 of diamonds? What an impressive show of wit. Keiichi landed a clean hit. Clap, clap, clap. That's great, Keiichi-kun. That was an incredible match, you know. Having defeated the Forerunner, Mion, my brilliant battle left me ecstatic. But by total points, it was already set in stone that Mion would win and I would finish last. I laughed haughtily, selecting the tone of my voice carefully to get on Mion's nerves. Well, I'm gonna end up the loser, but I'm satisfied with one-upping Mion at the end. That should be the proverbial slap in the face to Mion, who is at the top already an ensured victory. Even if Kei-chan gets first place this round, he still ends up last place overall. Don't you hate that? Of course I do. Let's have a duel. One chance. If you win, then we'll swap first and last place. How about it? You up for it? She fell for it. Ooh. A chance for an upset that wouldn't be possible without goading her into it. One chance, you say? Let me hear the rules. Mion discarded 2 cards from her hand and replaced one with the Joker card that was on the table, then shuffled the resulting hand behind her back. The card in my right hand or the card in my left? If Kei-chan can guess which hand the Joker is in, then he wins. When you turn around just now, you didn't pull out the Joker, did you? If you lose, I'll show the card in the other hand. That okay? The other 3 gulped nervously at this unexpected turn of events. Alright. You've got it. 50-50? Or is it? Mion grasped one card in each hand and thrust them out at me. First, I need to inspect them closely. The card on the right hand. The right had no distinguished marks. I couldn't tell which one it was. Which one, I wonder? Keiichi-kun, be careful. Yeah, of course, this is my chance for a big comeback. Looking closely at the card on the left, I saw a little wear. It wasn't one I had seen before. Ah, the card is... I didn't let that bit from Satoko slip by me. Mion clucked her tongue. I didn't recognize the mark on the left card from the small number that I had memorized. I didn't know what the left card was, But I could tell from Satoko's reaction that the card had already appeared during the game. Since it had already appeared before, I mean that it definitely wasn't the Joker. Oh? Kei-chan thinks it's the one on the right. Will you choose that one then? Will you? Left card definitely wasn't the Joker. If I could trust that theory, then I should have been able to declare that card to the right was the Joker. Even without Mion's taunting, the one on the right was the most suspicious. But wasn't it a bit too rash to decide based solely on Satoko's reaction? More carefully. Ah, I remember now. That mark, the left card, no doubt about it. The 7 of clubs. It's the 7 of clubs, I see. I've won. The card on the left was the 7 of clubs. So that meant the card on the right was the Joker. And then just before my hand touched the right card, I froze. Hehe. I would expect no less from you. There was a wave of murmurs amongst the onlookers at my sudden halt, right before I confirmed the right card was the Joker. Huh? What could Keiichi-chan possibly be saying? I mean, the left one is... Shh. Oh? What makes you so certain that the right one isn't the Joker, Kei-chan? Mion let loose an unexpected question. Oh man, we got 2 bots there, Lamau. Everyone else was baffled. I don't know what the card on the right could be. But I know that the one on the left is the 7 of clubs. Then, doesn't that leave the right one as the Joker? Or, one of them has to be the Joker, right? Yeah, one of those is the Joker, right? Keiichi has good intuition. Huh? Rika-chan, what do you mean by... So basically, the 7 of clubs, I discarded that by matching it with Satoko's 7 of spades earlier. Everyone's attention snapped to the discard pile at the same time. The truth of the matter couldn't be discerned from that sloppy pile. So that means, Mion pocketed one of the discarded cards, then aligned it over the left card, and that means... I see, I get it. His left card is being disguised as the 7 of clubs, right? It was the first time since the start of the match that a shadow ran across Mion's expression, and I didn't let that slip by. Then, with a grand flourish, I declared it loudly. The Joker is the left one. It was an intense moment. That 1 second felt like an eternity for everyone there. Breaking that silence, the first one to speak was Mion. Being the first president of this club, I've been witness to a variety of performances. Kei-chan, yours is the best. The best of the best of the best. That was probably the greatest compliment Mion could give. Mion accepted her defeat, dropping the cards from both hands. My comeback victory. Rika-chan placed her hand on my head and began petting it, congratulating me on my victory. I have a feeling this is not his victory. Huh? Rika-chan is... Rena and Satoko gaped at us as if they had seen a ghost. What is it, Rena? It's not as if I cheated or anything, right? This was fair and square. Rika only pets someone on the head to console them. That's what I thought. I had a feeling. Huh? What's the meaning of... At that moment, Rena let out a small shriek. Keiichi could... This is how it was? You know, Kei-chan, I thought you'd read into it that far. Hehehe. Everyone froze. No, it was just me. It was a gamble. Maybe I just jumped to conclusions like a little brat that I would have lost. It was the answer everyone was certain about. Mion picked up the card from the losing hand. Kei-chan, you know, you should take pride in the loss. She turned it around. That was the card that proclaimed the victor of this duel. The card under the 7 of clubs. Unbelievable. It was the 2 of diamonds. It was a setup behind the setup. If I just picked the right one without reading so deeply into it, I, Mion Sonozaki, as the club president, Do accept Keiichi Maebara's membership into our club. As I slumped to my knees, dazed, everybody let out a round of applause for the excellent effort I gave despite my defeat. That was pretty hype. Actually hype. The match is now over. Today's victor is me, Mion Sonozaki, and our exalted loser is Keiichi Maebara. Everyone made a commotion, applauding cheerfully. I felt I was bested, but I was so soundly beaten that I unexpectedly felt rather refreshing. Refreshing, I can't read. When Mi-chan pulled that little trick behind her back, I got excited, thinking she's gonna do it again. When Keiichi-san stopped the moment before touching the correct card, I thought he fell for it. He fell for it quite handedly. Huh? Hey, wait. All of them knew from the start and still got so excited so earnestly? Damn, that's fucked up. Everyone got excited to make it more fun. You're all demons, you monsters. Women. Now then, Kei-chan, it's time for your penalty. This is your first day participating. I'll go easy, okay? It would be a problem if you refused to come to school. The other 3 members held down my arms and shoulders firmly. It should have been me. Oh, hello, Arinami. I didn't notice you. Nipa! Did you kill the bots? So there were 2 bots you need to kill. Mion approached, licking her lips. Man. Her right hand went to pull something out of her pocket. That's a felt tip marker. And it's a giant permanent one. Okay, here we go. She took the cap off the marker and brought it slowly up to my face while I was immobilized. No! No! I let out my death throes. Warida. It'd be funny if that was the whole chapter, just that fucking card game. It's funny. Damn, I don't know how to feel about that. Harinami, it's 4 p.m. time for your bots. Wait, bot flattening. I'm gonna start saying it like that. Can't see previous chat? Oh, that's unlucky. Here, I'll do it myself. How do I do it? Never actually done it for myself. This and ban. Cool. That. Huge. Alright, I did it. As soon as the club activities were finished, Rena flew off. Probably so she could dig out that cute Colonel Sanders that she wasn't able to take home yesterday. So today it was just Mion and me walking home together. A rather rare occurrence. Backing in the channel bands like DSP, exactly. A mountain of treasure, huh? The guys throwing away probably never thought in their wildest dreams that Rena would be grateful to them. Been watching too much Kino Casino? Oh no. I don't know how to feel about it. Damn. Mountain of treasure, meaning that damn construction site from before. Alright, Mion would probably tell me. That murder by dismemberment that seemed to have happened there. Over there, you know, at the damn construction site. Did something happen there? Long ago? Something sure did. A grand battle. There were sit-ins and demonstrations. It was a bit different from what I wanted to hear, but I decided I'd listen just the same. It was our land that was going to be sunk into the damn reservoir. Look, I rage-baited Bora too. Wait. You can tell from this he sparked Mio. Do you see what I said? Wait, he didn't respond last. Let me see. Let me go to what I said. I think I remember. Wait, hold on. Something monumental happened. You don't have context for this, but I saw. Hold on, hold on, hold on. No, 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 no. I opened up Twitter and I saw something so fucking funny. Here, actually, I can show it. So, let me give you some context. This is forever gold. I mean, it's true though. Anyway, let me give you some context. This is fucking funny. So right here, I'll pause the trailer in case you ever want to watch the show. I don't recommend watching this trailer if you haven't watched the anime. So Crunchyroll finally posted the ReZero trailer that's been out for like, I don't know, a month? Maybe longer than a month. No, about a month, right? And for the past month, like, many ReZero fans have been just spamming them in every single post they make. Post the trailer, post the trailer, post the trailer. Now they post the trailer, and everyone's like, what the fuck? This can happen? What? One eternity later. But it's funny because because I follow a lot of ReZero people on Twitter, and it's so funny because I just always see them in the replies of Crunchyroll stuff. It's actually funny. Also, this guy, man, he's quite a freak, isn't he? Yeah. I wouldn't recommend looking into his Twitter account. He values hands. Alright. My nose itches. Our land, they was gonna be sunk into the damn reservoir. I would have fought as well, probably. Damn, she's an activist already, guys. The government guys were really adamant about it. You know, but isn't Crunchyroll ass? Yes, it is ass. It's just they're so ass that they're ignoring ReZero. To be fair, I am definitely not using Crunchyroll to watch the new season ReZero. I'm gonna use Muse Asia like a human. Because, so, I have one big reason. First of all, for season 3 of ReZero, there was a mistranslation every episode. A major mistranslation every single episode. All of it. No interest on the anime? Sir, have you watched it? Have you watched it? Anyway. So, for season 3, Crunchyroll, messed up on, mistranslated every single episode, right? And then one of the bigger episodes, right? They forgot to post it, at least for like several hours. And that's when I got a VPN for Singapore and then watched Muse Asia on YouTube. So yeah, that's how I did it. It's kind of how it had to be done. So that's kind of my method now for stuff like that, at least for important shows. Low-key tired of isekai? Well, here's the thing, is that there's only 2 isekai that you should ever watch, and that's ReZero and Mushoku Tensei. Don't bother yourself with anything else. Those are the only 2 ones worth watching. Like, I have watched a few more, right? But there's really no need to watch any others. That's the whole genre, right? They solved it. Those 2 anime, they solved the genre. There's no need to watch any more isekai. Like, yes, you can watch Konosuba if you like le comedy. Isekai is my favorite slop. That's the thing. The reason it's slop is because they make slop isekai. But if you don't watch the slop isekai and just watch the gem isekai, you're fine. Rom-coms are where anime peaks? Damn. You know, kind of true. It's like chicken nuggets and Coke for my soul. I will say my favorite rom-com anime nowadays is The Dangers in My Heart, and I really, really want... I think they're making a movie, actually, but I could be wrong. But that's been my favorite. The government guys were really adamant about it. Acting all big and full of themselves. You see, that government doesn't act big and full of themselves if you have a bomb. Since they figured out they couldn't settle it with money, they did a bunch of nasty stuff. Can I stand the art style for low-key? Dangers in My Heart, really? It's not even that weird of an art style. Heard it's good, but I don't know. It's weird. So, it's actually, the first episode, you'll start out being like, what the hell is this show? This is weird. And then you'll just get hooked. They managed to, so, the main girl, she has like that flavor of autism that all of you like. Let's just say that. Let me just do that, put that out there. So, I think you'll like that one. But I mean that the art style is not that, like, Planad is a weird art style, but that, I don't even know. They were nasty guys. Well, they're part of the government. Spoke excitedly as if the whole thing was happening right in front of her. I'm amazed you guys won. You are facing the federal government, right? The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. Be fair, like, there's enough villagers there for them to just probably, like, harass them till they stop. I don't know, something about it just didn't work for me. Glenna at least has the excuse of being old. That is true, but, I don't know. Well, yes and no. Because what's a great example of something that's old that is just unwatchable nowadays? Honestly, Higurashi. I actually haven't watched the new, like, I think they made a whole remake of it, but I haven't watched it. I watched the original old one when it came out, but I remember when I tried rewatching the original a long time ago, I was just like, nah, this shit's old. Yeah, and by old, I mean it was like 2008, right? I think so. I think around 2008. Yeah. That is old, though. People born in 2008 are 18 now, guys. Or at least like 2 months worth of them. Or more like a month and a half. They're 18. I tried watching the original. I think I haven't finished it. Which one? Clannad or Higurashi? Either way, you don't have to watch the anime anymore because I'm doing this. The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deals with the legislators. How the fuck? And as a result, the development plan was retracted. My favorite anime is from 93, so I don't know, lol, some stuff gets passed, some don't. 93. What came out in 93? Not much. I'm gonna figure it out. If it's even Evangelion, I'll just laugh. Let's see. Take too long. You won't, but good luck. I mean, not much came out back then, so let's figure it out. I'm gonna look at all anime in 1993. It's gonna take a while, though, because I'm doing it in a very stupid way. I'm just going on seasonal and going back season by season until I get to... Was stuff seasonal back then? When did seasonal anime start? Yeah, this shit's still... Here we go, 93, 90. Oh, there isn't that much. Alright, fall of 93. We got Slam Dunk. You got it wrong, actually, 97. God damn it. Went back to 93 for no. Okay. If it's Utena, I'll laugh. I'll laugh if it's Utena. Oh wow, now they want to know if I'm human. Going camping for 3 days. Why am I doing a capture now? What's wrong with you? Oh no! Look, you got it. I've seen one episode of Utena. I found it kind of shoujo sloppy, but I did. To be fair, this was 10 years ago, and I wasn't tasteful back then. I may actually like it. Don't let the cartel catch you. Yeah. All right. The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deals with the legislators, and as a result, development plan was retracted, not redacted. It was our complete victory. It's the Madoka of shoujo slop. I see. Okay, that's it. Well, I'm gonna make you watch ReZero, so you just make me watch Utena after, and I can't say no. That'll be our compromise, okay? Obviously, how long is it? It's 39 episodes. Okay, it's still... Is it all just... JC Staff? That was it. That makes... I didn't realize they were around at that time. It's a little bit of a hard watch, though, nowadays. I know... well, to be fair, any 90s anime is... I mean, Evangelion is a hard watch nowadays, to be fair. There wasn't any violence, was there? Like assaults or murders? None. She promptly cut me off, the same as Rena had. Her words signaled the end of discussion. Tomitake-san said, one arm wasn't found in the incident. I thought that a murder by dismemberment had occurred, but I guess I was wrong. Dude, imagine being born in a time where you can't grok it. You're like, was there a murder in this city? A lot of Ava's scenes still hold up in my opinion, but the first half is a little rough. The rough parts are the random 40 seconds of like nothing happening, but I find them kind of funny. You know what I mean? You know, like that one elevator scene where they're just standing there and doing nothing for like 40 seconds? It's kind of silly. Just watch movies for quick rundown. I don't like quick rundowns either. Yeah, honestly, I should rewatch it though. That'd be kind of hype. You know what's my most egregious 90s anime I never watched? Well, I watched the first episode, but I never got into Cowboy Bebop. I never actually finished that. Lemao. I thought that a murder by dismemberment had occurred, but I guess I was wrong. It's artistic, Potato. You don't have any media literacy, SMH. I said I liked it. It was just not in a... Damn, both of you. Just not in a serious way. It's silly. It's like... It's like comedic, you know what I mean? My curiosity unsated. I sighed dejectedly inside. Later, see you tomorrow. I really need to increase my like old anime repertoire though, and I'm kind of doing that with visual novels to be fair. I prefer... So one thing I've noticed about myself. I am an original source material enjoyer. Whatever the original source material is, I will almost always prefer that ever. So that's why I'm kind of doing visual novels, because they're usually mostly original source. And I also read a lot of light novels. Like I'm almost completely caught up to Classroom of the Elite. I've read most of Overlord. I've read all of Mushoku Tensei, and I'm on book 10 of ReZero. To be fair, I'm reading kind of slowly though, because I only read at work, Lamau. I could read at home. I did buy the Apothecary Diaries, the first 4 books of it. I should read those eventually. Later, see you tomorrow, Kate-chan. You can't wash that off until you get home. Got it? I mean, how can he? I got it. I won't. Bro, drop some more normie light novels ever. Sir, isn't your favorite one Index? And you say minor normie light novels, and your favorite is Index? Your profile pic. Sir, your entire name. And before you say Index is not normie, it is literally the most sold light novel of all time. My favorite light novel? No. Wait, really? Wait, what's your favorite light novel then? Be fair, if you read all like 50 of them, and it's not your favorite, well, I guess to be fair, unless you've, well, I guess there's other options. I don't know. My favorite light novel is Aobuta. Okay, well, you know what's my non-normie take? You know what my favorite manga is? Guess my favorite manga, okay? I'll give you time on that. Or Monogatari. To be fair, I don't want to be that guy, but Monogatari, like, being your favorite is kind of a normie take. Obviously, it's peak, and, like, it's absolutely, like, should be one of your favorites. I haven't read it yet, so it's not up there for me. I do have them, though. I just haven't read them. But, yeah. What was I about to say? Oh, okay. I'll give you a hint by doing release year. Okay. My favorite manga came out in 2006. Verusibana Aobuta Cake, I really like his writing. Or Jinrui wa Suitai Shimashita. Yeah, Shimashita. Okay. I don't know what that means, but yeah. That's my favorite manga. It came... Okay. 2006 is when it came out. Or at least started. I should say started in 2006. Alright. I'll continue until you figure it out. I got it. I won't. Mion held back her laughter while stealing glances at my face. I wonder what kind of nasty doodles they drew. Wait, you don't even know? Wait, what? Damn you, Mio, and you shall rue this day. Ooh. If our roles were ever reversed, I'm gonna go all out. Just draw a cock on her face. All over your face, so you... I'm gonna go all out, all over your face. So you won't be able to take it off even with a scouring pad. Oh boy. On arriving home, I ran straight into my mom, embarrassing myself yet again. The mood I'd come home to was already on edge. Oh no. It's not an uncommon thing in our family. Oh boy. Whenever Dad can't come up with a good idea, it always ends up like this. He stomps around the house with his arms crossed. What genre is it? I think that will give it away, to be fair. How many manga really came out in 2000? Fair. I'll say it's seinen. I'll say it's seinen. I'll give you that. Stomps around the house with his arms crossed. If it's some shonen shit, no, it's not shonen shit. It's a seinen. Trust me, I have taste. I'm not a shonen slop enjoyer. I do like One Piece, I will say. I do like One Piece. That's my shonen. Well, it's not slop. It's actually just... Look, I like to call it, like, correct shonen. Okay, you're safe. Very dodgeable, yep. Obviously, Kiss Sis. Nah, it's not, Sag. It's not. I'm being ultra serious about this. Obviously, that's peak, but it's not like a serious peak. You know what I mean? Mom whispered into my ear. Welcome home, Keiichi. Dad, he's in a bit of a rut right now, so don't bother him, okay? He can't come up with a new idea? Because the deadlines are so close together this time. Oh, he's actually like contracted painter. Interesting. Your dad needs time to recharge or he doesn't work as well. Dad's paintings feed our entire family. If he runs out of ideas, then it's the end of the Maebaras. We've never gone hungry before. Could it be that my dad is a master painter? Wouldn't it be easier to get an idea taking a walk outside rather than wandering around the house? This is true. I say that as someone who has two sisters. To be fair, I have two sisters as well. So I don't know what to tell you. I have older sisters though, so surprisingly, I'm not into One-chan. Not really, because I do have One-chan. It's funny how that works. Did you watch the Higurashi anime, or is this your first reading of the visual novel? I did watch it, but like 10 years ago. Maybe a little longer than 10 years ago. Maybe like 11 years ago. About that though. Around that time though. So yeah. I don't remember too well. I did just go through the card game that they did, and I remember that clearly, funnily enough. I did. Other than that, yeah, I don't really remember too much. I have no idea there's so much 2006 manga. Lol, is there really? Yeah, I guess I kind of lucked out with your 1993 anime versus my 2006 manga. Or not 93, 97. Yeah, no, any other genre hints will give it away. I'm sorry. The other aspects of the genres are like way too revealing. How about this? This might give it away too, but I feel like this is a better hint than anything else. Also recommend Umineko. I actually, yeah, I am thinking of Umineko, but I know this one better. But I feel like Umineko is kind of like a must for visual novel players, and I haven't played it yet. So yeah, I'll definitely do Umineko. But for you, Tomato, I guess I can. Who do I call you when you're on this account? Because it's kind of hard for people to extrapolate who you are. Anyway, it's okay. My other hint. It is still ongoing. That is my last hint. Okay. Anyway, the theme of the piece this time is in the household. Oh, that checks out then. So it seems your dad wants to use this house as a motif. That's quite a bothersome motif. Keiichi, tidy your room for once in a while. It looks terrible. Oh man. Oh man. Sorry, I'll clean it up later. Ah, come on. Please don't use my room as the motif. That'd be kind of cringe, actually. Keiichi, there's still some time before dinner. So please go take a walk out back or something. Damn. Wait, what about your face? Dad's moods are only temporary. Something about that does not sound great. As soon as he gets an idea, his mood improves and he starts humming. Until then, it wouldn't be a bad idea just to go take a walk so I don't aggravate him further. Well, I guess I will be... I guess I will then. I said I was going to take a walk, but I didn't have any particular destination in mind. Did you ever wash that off your face, sir? I need to kill some time. I got on my bike and pondered where to go. I could just go read at the bookstore, but it would take about an hour by bike to go to town. It would be dark by the time I got back, so I didn't want to go unless I had to. The roads at night here in Hinamizawa creeped me out. I mean, yeah. Are there any streetlights? I don't even think there are streetlights, actually. If Mion or Satoko ever found out about that, I smiled wryly. Ooh. Oh yeah, Reno was probably still at the mountain of treasure, the damn construction site. The excavation of Colonel Sanders was probably taking her a while. Aren't you gonna help her with that? I thought you were. It wouldn't be so bad to have her owe me one. Oh, that's your motive, I see. She might return the favor next time we have club activities. Sir, you can get her to do a lot more, and you know it. With a little bit of self-interest in mind, I set off towards the damn construction site. Tomitake-san might be there as well. The only person with information about the incident that both Rena and Mion deny knowing anything about. If I met him again, I'd like to ask for more details. To ask, was there really a dismemberment here in Hinamizawa? That's kind of an interesting... Not a great leading question, to be fair. That was my real intention. Oh! You scare me, thanks, Hegelian idealist. Ooh, did I pronounce that right? I think I did. That's your name now, if I didn't, by the way. That's your new name. Am I playing a visual novel? Yes, Ian, I am. I spotted Rena struggling up the slope of the garbage pile. You should actually play this. The first chapter is free on Steam. I recommend it. It is quite an interesting series. You may have heard of it before, honestly. It looked like the Colonel Sanders was lodged in there pretty firmly. It didn't look like Rena would be able to excavate him by herself. Realizing that Tomitake-san wasn't around, I began climbing down the slope unsteadily. I have a visual novel for you to play. What is it? What is it, sir? Oh no, I'm afraid. Hey, Rena. Looks like you're working up a sweat. Wow. Whoa, Keiichi-kun. Oh, a crown of leaves? Let me see. Let me look at that up real quick then. You know, this is... Yeah, no. Yeah, this is something I'd expect from you, sir. Yeah, no. Of course you already own it. Uh-huh. Yeah. If anyone else wants to look this up, you're gonna get this whole guy's personality just by looking at this trailer. Let's just say that. And he already owns this game. How many hours does he have on it? That's the real... Oh, no, he doesn't have that revealed. Damn. But yep. You give up? Okay. Kingdom. Kingdom is my favorite manga. Whoa, Keiichi-kun. What brings you to a place like this? A place like this, huh? I see she was aware of it, at least. I received a signal for emergency assistance at the accident site. Where is the injured party? Huh? Accident? Huh? But there was a report Colonel Sanders was buried alive in this trash pile. Ooh. There we go. This wasn't even in the potential guest list. I went right over it. Damn. Yeah, it's amazing. I haven't caught up. I'm like 500-ish chapters in. It's long. It's long, sir. Chapters are... Yeah, right now there's 866 chapters and it's still ongoing. I'm like 500-ish in. I haven't read it. I haven't like caught up in like a year or so, but I really need to keep going. I forgot what made me stop. I was like very much in like a rhythm for catching up. But yeah. But it's so good. Oh my god. Huh? Oh, that you scared me. Don't frighten me like that, Keiichi-kun. I was just kidding. I thought you might be struggling by yourself, so I came to help you out. Eh? You came for me? Oh man. Eh? Wait, I already read that. Ow. Well, I filled my quota for the day. If I don't see Rena blush at least once a day, then I'm not getting my daily required nutritional intake, dude. I don't know. Is this based? It's kind of true, though. Just kidding, you're embarrassing me now. So, huh? What part was a joke? What part was it? I just ignored her bewilderment. Okay, now move out of the way. So where is Colonel Sanders? Ah, sorry. Can't you see him? In that gap? Really buried in there. Colonel Sanders was sideways, surrounded by boards and other construction materials, like they were caging him inside. Oh boy. Oh boy. According to Rena, it wasn't like this yesterday. It seems though another illegal dumper came yesterday, dumped again, and now he's buried like this. You're trying to move this pile all by yourself? With those scrawny arms? There's no way she would be able to do that with her slender arms. To be fair, probably not even you either. But Colonel Sanders is so cute. By the way, do I have work today? I did have work today. I'm back from work today. So I'm gonna sleep after this, basically. But yeah. There's a chain on the Colonel Sanders at the store. But this one though, I should be able to take this one home. Wait, what do you mean? Ow. If Rena gave up on this Colonel Sanders, she'll probably start devising a plan to steal the one in front of the store. Oh no. As Rena's guardian, I won't allow her to sully her hands with crime. Wait, why are you her guardian? Out of the way. I'll do it. Rena blushed again, but this time I left it alone. Damn. The pile was enormous. Also, the more days we wasted, the more likely another illegal dumping would occur. If it got buried any deeper, there would be nothing that could be done. Keiichi-kun, I'll help too. Let me help. You just get in the way, so stay back. Pulling out scraps, bending them, tossing them aside, quickly became covered in sweat and dust. Flying objects drew beautiful arcs across the twilight sky, one after another. Lumber, timber, plywood. Damn it! No matter how much I throw out, there was still more. Even though I could see Colonel Sanders right there. After grandstanding like that in front of Rena, I felt frantic because of how little I had progressed. If I was going to do this seriously, I need an axe or a saw or something. That's enough, Keiichi-kun. You're so sweaty. You don't have to try so hard. I'm just doing it for you, Rena. Okay, she's gonna blush again. Don't worry about it. Oh, Rena began sputtering and turning beet red. Damn, Riz. Got that Riz, right? Oh, whoops. I meant to say I was trying my best so as to keep her from becoming a criminal. Oh well. Oh, wait, it shows the Steam stuff. That's kind of funny. Right, it gets cut off right there. I guess I just need a break. This is pretty tough. I sprawled on my back over the grassy slope. I'm so sorry. Covered in sweat. Rena patted her handkerchief against my forehead. It felt pretty nice. Well, wait here for a minute, okay? My house is pretty close. I'll bring you some barley tea, okay? Ooh. Leaving the handkerchief on my forehead, Rena took off running. Cries of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. After I was certain that Rena was gone, I picked myself up and headed towards what I discovered earlier. There's a garbage pile of magazines and newspapers bound up in twine. Unless I'm mistaken. I believe it was around here. There it was. They were bound stacks of not so reputable tabloids. They were stacked chronologically, going back quite a few years. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. They keep saying that. If it was just as Tomitake-san said, then undoubtedly there would be mention of murder. Of the murder, yeah. These are troubled times. There is no end to these sickening incidents. There's a large part of society drawn in by these incidents as well. So it had to be recorded. Somewhere. I unfastened the packages and opened the rain-soaked pages carefully, looking over the table of contents. Not here. Not next one. Not here. Next one. It was hard to search since I didn't know when it happened. I didn't know who the perpetrator or the victim was either. I only knew it had happened here. I looked up every so often, checking to see if Verena had come back or not. I wouldn't want her to see me gawking at a dirty magazine, but it wasn't just that. Both Rena and Mion said they didn't know. But it had happened without a doubt. As long as Tomitake-san wasn't lying. Then if both Rena and Mion... Ah, yeah, there was. If they had just said that, then I wouldn't have gotten so hung up on it. An incident that neither Rena nor Mion wished to talk about. Trying to uncover it after they tried to conceal it out of good intentions. That made me feel like I was acting against my friends. Hinamizawa dam worker lynching, murder by dismemberment. Oh. That's probably not good, is it? Here it is. The featured article was in the back, and it seemed that there was a photograph in the colored pages at the front. Pages of the featured article were stuck together and weren't easy to open. Rena could return at any moment. Feeling rushed, I gave up and opened the photograph page. Would let Hiyori into town? Wait, what does that have to do with Hiyori? What, lynching? Wait, I'm confused. The police investigators were carrying a body bag, and newspaper reporters were all bathing it in camera flashes. The image was blurry and hard to understand, but I could definitely make out the headlines. A tragic nightmare at the Hinamizawa construction site. That's what she says in the Adi Summer story. Wait, lynching? Does she? I actually don't remember. Sorry to interrupt this public lynching. I think I remember. But I remember the Dojin version of that better. You know what I mean? Sorry to interrupt your session. You know which one I'm talking about. But that's a funnier quote. I like that one. At least in JP, I see. Lynching and murder / dismemberment. The victim was the site foreman. He had assaulted his assailants daily with an explosive backlash from his daily actions. It's a horrible image to see the site foreman as. It happened. In JP, she just says the word lynching them out. You know that quote? Arinami knows the Dojin quote. It seemed the details were on the next page. Yori hihi. I turned the page without pausing. On it was. The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. Then used an axe to split the cadaver into 6 pieces, the head, arms, legs, and torso. I could understand just from the headline that it was too terrible an incident. Normally, a lynching is just assault and murder, right? Usually. Dismemberment with hatchets and pickaxes, that wasn't a lynching. It was a merciless killing to the letter, a brutal murder. Done by a group of people. With axes. With pickaxes. With an axe. Sorry. Did I startle you? When I dropped the axe she was holding onto the grass after being startled by my voice. And it's not a great time to show me an axe, ma'am. Hey, Ichi-kun, you see, earlier, yeah, said it would help if you had an axe or something, didn't you? So then I brought an axe for you from the shed. Renner fluttered her arms in a panic, continued to explain and apologize. It seemed I'd been glaring at her pretty intensely. I'm sorry, I guess my reaction was a bit overboard. No, I'm sorry as well. I'm sorry. Night was drawing close. I was pretty worn out and it wouldn't hurt to do the rest tomorrow. Doesn't look like we can break that last beam without that axe. You brought it after all. I'll have to borrow it tomorrow, alright? Okay. Why do you look so glum? Tomorrow we'll be digging out Colonel Sanders, right? You're right. I really want to take Colonel Sanders home soon. We both knew that it was useless to apologize any more than that. I quenched my thirst with the barley tea Rena brought and wiped off the sweat that had now gone cold. We took the path to head home. I felt quite guilty about the tabloid wrapped up in my jacket. Oh, he kept it. Just mention why you were afraid because you read that tabloid and it's like, oh, they murdered him with an axe. Oh, she has an axe. Is that at the end of the chapter? That is the end of the chapter. Damn. Okay, that was kind of short. So they're like hour long. That first one was just really long. Oh boy, I got an achievement. You can kind of see it kind of cuts off. Honestly, I'm using window capture for this. It's probably smarter to use, what's it called? It's probably smarter to use game capture. Let's see. Well, I can do it later. It's just, game capture doesn't show like the Steam achievements like that. Did it even do the sound? It probably did the sound, but it's kind of funny. Alright, we'll just continue though. It doesn't matter. Let's view the new tips. Oh. Alright, tabloid report in the Hinamizawa Dam Project. Let's read the dam project. I want to know. No, let's acquire knowledge, guys. October 1975. That was a long time ago. You know how long ago that was? My dad was younger than me at that time. Wait, hold on. 75. My dad was 16. That's wild. October, yeah, he was 16. Okay. That's wild. This might be when my dad saw Led Zeppelin around this time. Maybe no, it was the year after. It was the year after. Interesting, interesting. In accordance with the Prime Minister's Bulletin Number XXX, Hinamizawa's Electrical Development Master Plan was announced. The vast scope of the projected Hinamizawa Dam was to have an incredibly heavy impact on the village of Hinamizawa. The area to be flooded by the Hinamizawa Dam would include the 5 areas of Hinamizawa, Takatsuro, Kyotsu, Matsumoto, and Yagochi. Base dad. Dude, yeah, my dad's old, but he's base. He's gonna turn, guys, in 2 months, my dad's gonna turn 6, 7 years old. We gotta remind him that he'll be 6, 7. Okay? The submerged area would include 291 houses. That's not a good thing. Population 1,251. Oh, wait. Wait. This is basically the same as how it was. Okay, that makes sense. The Hinamizawa is a small part of the town, I guess. It's because wait, let me go back in the logs, right? Yeah, the Hinamizawa, Takatsuro, Kyotsu, Matsumoto, and Yagochi. So all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that makes sense. So this whole area is the town, right? And there's just different parts of it. At least that's how it looked in the. What was it? What was it called again? Shirakawago. Okay. Oh, let me look. Let me look how that looks. I'll look at it on like Google Maps or something. See if it's like similar, just in looking wise. Kawako. It kind of is separated. It's hard to tell though. I don't really know how it's separated, but I can see how there are different separated. Kind of weird, dude. There's a lot of. Are these just farms or are these just backyards? I don't know. I don't know enough about Japanese cities or towns, I guess. Is it time for the sus? It was a little sussy earlier. We're doing the tips now, so this is just all like side story content. One elementary school. No. One middle school. Oh. One post office. Wait. Shouldn't you say high school? One agricultural cooperative. Forestry department lumberyard. 5 shrines. 2 temples. And 1 fishery. Okay. All these communal, cultural, and agricultural areas and places of worship were to be indefinitely submerged at the bottom of the artificial lake basin. Not a great place then. Forsaking the hundreds of years our ancestors poured their blood and sweat into this fertile, resource-rich land was just too painful to bear. The whole 9 yards, yeah. All the residents having homes that were to be submerged banded together and created the Onikakushi Guardians. Okay. The dam project was halted and petitions to alter the plan were circulated. The citizens sought peaceful negotiations, but the government and its puppet company openly refused. Performing unspeakable heinous acts, they quashed the democratic actions of the villagers. By what? But the villagers did not falter. Instead, they banded together even more closely and steeled their resolve to protect their homes to the death. Was it Basu Noriba? I obviously know Basu. I've heard the word Noriba before, but I don't know what it is. Is it just station? Is Noriba station? Just say bus station, bus stop. The continuation of that frightening Hinamizawa Dam construction project is still stalled as of today. I did take one bus while in Japan because I had to take the bus over to the Asahidake mountain. It was quite weird because buses are difficult there, whereas trains are easy. The villagers understand the stalling was caused by sublime power through unity. And they understood that this fearsome plan has not yet been fully withdrawn. The Onikakushi Guardians have been dissolved after it did its part, but the feeling of unity it garnered have not yet been extinguished. As long as that passion resides in the hearts of the residents, they'll be able to confront whomever next decides to sink their homes into a lake basin. I see. Onikakushi Guardians Committee Chairman Ichiro Kimiyoshi. Ichiro. Okay. I don't know who that is. The name's supposed to mean something to me, or not. Will it later? We'll see. Nightmare befalls the Hinamizawa Dam. Lynching and murder/dismemberment. That's nice. On some day of some month in some prefecture. We need to know the prefecture, right? I forgot which one it was. The Hinamizawa Dam construction work site in Shishibone City. A bone-chillingly gruesome murder/dismemberment. Even though this case has shocked the archipelago, the police will give no details on the case. That's nice. Exactly what happened at the Hinamizawa Dam. They probably didn't mean to kill him at first, but as the victim resisted by swinging around a shovel, the rest of the perpetrators armed themselves in return, and it quickly escalated to homicide. So said the aforementioned investigator A. After this bloody tragedy was over, they were left with a body which nobody could have mistaken as alive. Are they going around killing people? No, they just killed this one guy. But this was like 3 years ago, so we just learned about it in the newspaper. The San had tormented the suspects daily with his rough behavior. At first, it was meant to be payback. Man, our boss is being mean. Let's kill him. All the perpetrators were horrified by their deed, and one even turned himself into the police. It seems like kind of a nothing burger then. They just got a little carried away. Obviously they killed him and that's bad, but if they're turning themselves in, they're not evil, they're just Oh, I mean, they're pretty bad for killing someone. It's like, at least they know what they did was wrong. I'll just say that. Sometimes, there could be worse murders. When it comes to a murder, to be fair, they did dismember him. That's pretty bad. You know, that kind of makes it sussy. It's like, oh, no, what we did was wrong. Let's cut off his limbs. Wait, hold on. That doesn't really check out there. Hold on. This is a little sussed. It was the de facto leader of the group who suggested hiding the body. Okay. Why are you trying to hide the body? And then you turn yourself in. Isn't that a little counterintuitive, sir? Reluctantly at first, they soon began to think they did not wish to be caught. Well, yeah. The construction site had numerous places to hide the body with 6 people. Okay. They were originally supposed to hide the body and leave the area. The de facto leader feared that the consciences of the other 5 wouldn't be able to bear the burden, and came up with a horrifying method to keep them from turning him into the police. Oh! So they dismembered him, and I guess they each got to hide a body part. Is that what it was? He devised the heinous method of splitting up the body among them and making each of them responsible for hiding a piece. So those are one of those things that makes sense in theory, but then you like think about it for like at least 1 second and go, maybe that's fucked up. Maybe. Just a little bit. Blah had turned a simple manslaughter into a gruesome dismemberment and forcibly involved each perpetrator in order to create a sense of unity between them. Yeah, no, I don't think your unity is really worth it. H1 participated. Oh, of course they did. But what does this mean? Person A spoke out reluctantly. Blah had ordered each and every one of them to dissect a piece for themselves. They were hesitant at first, but nobody refused. Of course. In for a penny, in for a pound, was what it meant. They could have just left it there, TBH. They could have just hit the body like a normal, like, murder. Instead of, guys. So, we're all responsible for this, so we each need to hide a 1/6 of the corpse. I'll take a leg, you take an arm. What are you doing with the head? Sir, you're not keeping the head. I know what you're doing with that. No, you're not using that. Thus, an unimaginable bloody ceremony began. Exactly. The perpetrators wept and vomited as they performed the gruesome task. I think that means it's bad, guys. I think that means you shouldn't do it. There was one person who stubbornly refused base, but threatened them, saying nothing would change if someone else ended up dead. Calm down. What? And he gave up in his objection. His plan collapsed in the span of one night. Julia, who had refused to dissect the corpse up until the last moment, had broken down into tears at the hospital where he was being treated for an injury sustained during the scuffle and confessed. The criminals were arrested one after the other, but the de facto leaders' whereabouts are still unknown. Oh, okay, the leader was the one that fled. Okay, that makes sense. That checks out. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, he's evil. Lamau. Okay, I misunderstood. I thought the leader turned himself in. Also, the right arm hidden by Thea has yet to be found. He probably ate it or something. Despite an ongoing search, this horrible individual has so far managed to elude law enforcement. I bet this man eats beef jerky. What could the police be doing? It appears that Lila had said he was going to throw the body, right arm, into the swamp. That's not a great hiding spot for a body. The best hiding spot for a body, guys, is the middle of the desert. Sadly, Japan doesn't have any deserts, so probably the middle of the mountain. That's what I would do if I were to hide a body in Japan. Not that I would ever need to hide a body in Japan, but if I were to hide a body in Japan, I'd probably just go into the middle of the mountains and then just dig up a spot and then bury it there. Like somewhere in the middle of the wilderness where no one could find it. And then it'll eventually decompose and get eaten up. It's almost like Takopi, but except with Takopi, they kind of did it in a pretty bad spot because it was like what was it? It was like a deforesting site, right? I actually don't remember the spot in Takopi. This car was discovered abandoned near the swamp, but there were no clues of his whereabouts. That's not good. There's always the forest. Well, yeah, but the mountainous forest, like uninhabitable area. Higurashi didn't trust his companions. Well, yeah, one confessed, but to be fair, you don't exactly like trust murderers now, do you? One cannot deny the possibility that he had expected his companions to confess to the police and use his car as a decoy. Oh. Of course, I doubt I doubt that theory. Since he has no car, one would expect him to have a limited area to which he could have escaped to. Within the station, there were rumors going around that he had accidentally slipped and drowned in the swamp when he went to throw away the body. That's a little unlucky, but to be fair, you know, don't kill people. To the locals, that swamp is believed to be bottomless. I don't know why, but I see the word bottomless and I think of that one AI meme that there's an AI green text that was actually funny, and it's the bottomless pit supervisor. I would suggest looking it up. It's actually really fucking good. It's entirely AI made. It's stupid. I hate how it's good. It's actually really funny. It's known as Onikakushi, the demon's abyss. Oh, okay. Or the Oni's abyss, I would say. Wait, isn't that the name of the... No. What's the name of the title of this? Onikakushi. The first chapter is Onikakushi. That's different. And it's said that the bottom of the swamp is connected to the hellish world of demons. Oh, damn, that's pretty bad. The atrocious demon from hell that was... Could it be that he had returned to hell through the swamp? But that checks out. New job, check pit, it's bottomless. Exactly that one. You know it. It's actually a funny one. What? The Zijin Dragon, bringer of luck and fortune. Prosperous future. Ladies leaping into your arms. Good one. Business success. Good one. Promotions. Good one. Ambition. Be fair, that's not really something that's like... That's something I decide for myself. That's not really like a... Protection from harm. From myself? Not just with pachinko and horse races, but business and even love. Oh no. Guaranteed or your money back. Wait. So if I get unlucky, I can be like, Lamau, pay me. Interesting. Zijin Dragon oh, it's a bracelet. Oh, this is a Serica. This is a Serica product, I see. Zijin Dragon Bracelet DX, one piece. It's a little expensive, don't you think? 27,000 yen? Or 27,800 yen? That's a little bit pricey now, don't you think? Let me do some math in my head. What is this equivalent in USD? About 200 bucks. The one piece is real true. About 200 bucks, guys. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there's both of those. Alright, we will start the next one a bit. That's more expensive than what BA figurines have been sold, Lamau. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Like, even my Mika figure, which is probably the best Blue Archive figure I've seen, was cheaper than that. Barely, but it was cheaper than that. Alright, I will save. End of chapter 3. There we go. Alright, we will continue. I will probably not finish this chapter, though, because I'm already an hour and a half in. We'll go until the 2-hour mark, about. We'll find a good stopping spot. The function of this school as an educational facility is very questionable. To be fair, that's honestly everyone probably feels about like all the schools they've been to like that. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. The only thing we do together are the warm-ups at the start. The teacher isn't even there after that. Wait, what? All we do is play together. To be fair, that's all you really need. Wow! Can we see the rest of them? No help in it. Everybody's a different age or gender. Okay, she's nice too. The only rule was that we have to stay on school grounds while exercising. I've always wondered why they like the girl PE suits. Remember, this game has murder. She can murder me. I love the two opinions in chat. I've always wondered why Japanese like PE uniforms like for girls were like always this tight. Like, I've always wondered, like, what's the point? Like, obviously, someone was a genius, obviously, but still. all the little kids were gallivanting about. Well, they certainly are being active. They might be getting plenty of exercise, but the Board of Education probably completely forgot about this school. Damn. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Interesting. Yes. Yeah. 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 Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Very. Okay. Yep. Alright. I've absorbed it. It's in my consciousness forever. We're all together now. What shall we do today for PE? Alright. We all have our members gathered now. Oh, what are we doing? Now then, class representative. What shall we do for PE today? Ooh. What shall we do? Mion harumphed and crossed her arms haughtily, surveying the area. Good Asmongold impression, you're right. Yeah, you right. It's true. True. You're right. Explosive power and endurance. Ooh. I'll show you my explosive power and endurance, Mion. There are no friends in the world of sports. Well, if you're doing a team sport, there are quite a lot of friends. Everyone is a rival. The only thing you can trust is your own body. Wow. What the heck do you mean by that? You really read too much manga. Damn. I equipped without missing a beat. And so, we'll be taking lessons from history. Oh. The tried and true king of all outdoor melee events. Let's play tag. Wow. To be fair, that does work for, like, individual play, yeah. But how does this work when, there's fucking, like, elementary school kids? You don't exactly... They lose. It was quite the adorable choice to make after playing it up so much. This is what I was hoping for. Ma'am, you probably run, like, at the speed I walk. That dunderhead Keiichi-san shall be the first one to be it. Oh, he's tagging you 100%. I won't be beaten. Ma'am, you probably run slower than I walk. I'll try my best too. You can't beat me. Well, you're at least like a normal teenager. You're slow because you're probably slow. Right, guys, also into it. What's the catch? What's the catch of this game of tag? A third rule of our society: you must partake in the game, enjoying it without question. Sounds like 1984 to me. Then this counts as a club activity? Everyone smirked at each other. Tag Satoko has it. Ooh. They all seem pretty confident. I'm a man. Physically, I should be able to keep up with any girl my own age. I mean, it's true. Like, I wasn't that... I did track in high school. I wasn't that great, but I was still faster than every single woman on the track team. It's not that impressive. It's like... I think I think my best... Because I was only for 2 years, right? So I didn't get to, like, get good in, like, junior and senior year. But I think my fastest 100 meter was, like, 12.2 or something. And the fastest woman time was like 13.5 a mile for 100 meter dash. That was my main one. Regardless, Mion and Satoko looked like they were aiming for victory, and Rena was looking at me as if pitying my disadvantage. Fine, tag. I'm in. My yell echoed across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone who was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who was it. Huh? The ones who were tagged by it also became it. The number of people who were it could increase exponentially. Then what happens if everyone's it? The end game would be a hellish siege. We call this version zombie tag, you see. Oh, I'm well aware. I see anyone infected by a zombie turns into a zombie. Why do you make it sound so scary? I wonder. As soon as I catch Rena, I'm gonna tear out her entrails while she's still alive. Okay. Gross, Keiichi-kun. That's gross. Wait, gross? That's kind of a... Yummy. Rika-chan placed her hand on Rena's head as she panicked. Don't worry, before Keiichi gobbles you down, I'll eat you up gently. Rika, that isn't comforting at all. Both Mion and I nodded deeply. So the first it. How do you decide who's the zombie? Rock, paper, scissors? With rock, paper, scissors? Well, it is class time after all. Let's decide by answering questions. I'll ask the questions, and the one who isn't able to answer is the zombie. I have no idea which grade level they're coming from. Okay. What does the Japanese word roku mean? 6! I know this. Huh? Wait, is there other rokus? I was bewildered by the sudden question. Mion repeated it. So you need to answer. What's roku in English? Oh, in English. Yeah, 6. It's 6. How about this? Kutsushita. Rokunana. 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 I probably woke up Kevin with that. Kevin probably just like fucking had a panic attack right there. Rokunana. Anyway, what's kutsushita? What's kutsushita? I don't know what that is. Is 7 actually nana? Yeah. Socks? Wait, what? What's the third last letter in the alphabet? X! Yes, X. It's X. Wait, how do you know, Rika? What does seibetsu mean? I mean, that's actually more brain not than 6-7. Yeah, I know. Look up Bibu. Bibu says it a lot. She actually taught Pecora how to do it. Well, she actually taught Pecora how to do the real 6-7. That's quite a clip in itself, to be fair. But yeah, but Bibu does the rokunana. Anyway, what's seibetsu? Life. What's betsu? Of course, I know that. Know what that is. Say. Satoko cut herself off before finishing the answer. I see, it's quite a lewd question. Oh, seibetsu? What's seibetsu? So life, is it come? Hold on. No, that'd be seiki. What's betsu then? Don't ask how I know seiki, guys. Don't ask how I know. What's seibetsu? You're an adult, aren't you? What do you mean? Of course you know what it is, right? What do you mean? I certainly do. Of course I know. Go ahead and say it. That. You know. That. What does that mean exactly? Oh, Satoko looks like she's in trouble. How cute. Sounds like boobs. No, boobs is mune or oppai, obviously. Obviously I know the words for that, but what's seibetsu? Don't take her home. It's a crime. If I didn't nip it in the bud, she really might have tried to take her home. Mion's pursuit was relentless, making Satoko stammer. Betsu as... Oh, no, that's Ketsu. Oh, Betsu. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. You're not making sense. You're gaslighting me. Now go ahead and say it nice and loudly. What does that mean? I do know. I do know. I do know. Say... That means a previously indicated person, thing, or event. Oh, shit. She got me with that one. Huh? Ah. All of us were a bit surprised by Rika's unexpected answer. I see. Well, it certainly was. Certainly is what that means. That could have been awkward. All right. If they're not going to tell me, let's look up seibetsu, guys. We're looking it up. Hold on. We're looking it up. It's just 6. Or it's just gender. Is that really it? Wait, hold on. That's it? That's what got her all crazy? Just realized Rika is flatter than Satoko. Damn, very interesting for her. Okay, that was it, I guess. Damn. Damn, I thought it would be something crazier. That could have been awkward. I wonder what I would have done in Satoko's position. It's just gender, but sex. You know how sex... Well... You know how sex and gender are the same thing? I'm gonna get canceled for that, saying that. But you know what I mean? Ooh, the big no-no. Ooh. But you know what I mean? Yeah, right? I'd probably get ticked off and just blurt out, you know what, at the top of my lungs. Well, yeah, dog, exactly. So it's just that, yeah. I wouldn't want you as an enemy, Mion Sonazaki. Thank goodness you were born a girl. Wait, what? If you were a boy, you'd probably be a perverted asshole. Damn. It appears I have no choice. Unfortunately, I, Satoko Hojo, that was her name, shall assume the role of a zombie. I shall eat everyone. Eat me, 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 eat me. Seems like she's raring to go. Eat me, ma'am. All I must do is count to 100, right? Some jerks skip numbers while counting to 100. True. So you can start chasing after you solve this problem. There's a fan, Yaiba. Peak character design. All Mesugaki must have a Yaiba. This is factual and necessary. If the Mesugaki has a Yaiba, it increases her brattiness by a factor of 2.8. Very necessary. Oh, Keiji-kun, give her a simple one, okay? Oh yeah, what's the integral of 1/3 x cubed? That is actually pretty easy. Yeah, and 1/5 of a cake, 1/6 of a cake, and 1/8 of a cake are all on one plate, okay? Oh, no fractions? There are no common denominators? Wait, she actually knows what common denominators are? She's like in elementary school. That's pretty impressive, actually. Satoko grabbed his stick in a panic and began drawing a cake in fractions on the ground. If Satoko, who can eat one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? Oh, wait, what? Wait. None, because she eats all of them. Because it's still all less than a cake. Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mion shouted. Ready, go! Mion signaled, but everyone but Satoko scattered. Hehehe, Keiji-kun. That wasn't a problem at all, was it? Satoko already lost the moment she started working it out. She's eating it all, so of course there's nothing left on the plate. Exactly. Okay, I understood the trick. I am big brain, guys. Technically, you can just times it by 7 to get the common denominator. Exactly. Well, let's go back and look at it. So, no. Because 6/7, haha, funny numbers. That's not exactly a great fraction worth it. In 5/7, you'd have to multiply all of the denominators together. So we got 42, and then 230. So we got 42/230. So let's say we're gonna combine it off. So 42/230. Then we got 35/230. So 42 plus 35. 42 plus 35. I can't do math, but I can do multiplication pretty easily, I guess. I mean, I can do addition. 42, 35, the 77. So 77 plus 30. So that's 100. 107 over 230. 107 over 230. 107 over 230. That's the answer for all of them combined. Look at that. That's my big brain maths. So A little less than half. Stupid ass number, by the way. Honestly, a great question would be, is there more or less than half of a cake? That would have been a great one, because that is pretty damn close to half, so the answer would be less than half. That's cool. Look at me. Everyone dashed off in a different direction they thought was best. Knowing the lay of the land, they probably headed right to the best spots. It was obvious I was at a disadvantage. At a time like this, it would have been more effective to go along with those trained in survival skills. Like Mion, for example. The fact that I didn't realize it at the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over the school grounds, I saw Satoko just rising up to start. She was really mad. She got tripped up on such a dumb question. I stood at one of the corners of the school. I had a clear sight lines in two directions, and would probably have a good response time if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trained to think during club activities yesterday. Satoko hates six. True. Now think calmly, Keiichi Maebara. If I was it, what would I do? Probably go for Rika. She's slow. Increasing my numbers would be the shortcut to victory. Then going after the weakest player first was the obvious plan attack. Exactly. So Rika? Meaning me. What? Why are you the weakest? Now then, where could Keiichi-san possibly be? I shan't let you escape. But of course, what would be the best method to track me down? Footprints or smell? What? Or maybe some type of trail. Why smell? She's not a dog. She's my dog. If I could craftily hide my tracks, then there would be no trail for Satoko to follow. But I was no detective. Would I even be able to do that kind of thing in an amateur game like this? Tomita Okamura! Have you seen Keiichi-san recently? Oh, she's using other people. What the heck? Do zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? I mean, probably. Aren't female more sensitive to boy smell? I wouldn't know. I'm not female, sadly. All I know is the copy pasta, sir, and I will not repeat it, sir. I will not. I need you to do a full-on subscription for me to repeat the boy smells copy pasta. I'm sorry. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun pointed to the location where I was hiding. Oh fuck. After confirming she was headed in this direction, I abandoned my position. It wasn't easy to hide myself with all those little kids running around as they pleased. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage from not being familiar with these surroundings. That's how it was gonna be. Then to confront this intelligence-gathering zombie, I just counter it in a similar vein. I approached some girls playing with a ball. Eyeballs. I'm sorry, but could you relay this message? Tell Satoko Hojo that her parents are at the gate, please. Oh no! Message, ah. Okay. I stopped the girls as they turned to run off. Wait, don't go yet! Also, take this one to Mion Sonozaki. Tell her the teacher is calling her to the gate. Oh, sabotage. I love this. Pretty peak. Wahaha, I am quite the schemer if I do say so myself. If things went well, then Satoko and Mion would run into each other at the gate. It would put me at a disadvantage if more people were it, but this was Mion we were talking about. She'd figure out a way to escape. Oh, I see. But that was just fine, as long as that bought me more time. Dance for me, Mio and Satoko. In the palm of my hand. The trail incoming, probably. Having my fill of playing the con man, I looked for a place to hide. If you think about it logically, I'd only bought myself a scant amount of time. And it might even come back to bite me. Once it became apparent I'd start spreading false information through messengers, I could end up being the recipient of one of those messages true. Satoko would probably ask the messengers to help her look for me. That would mean there would be more zombies than participants in the game. The virus that was brought about by my mischief could cause an epidemic. All my classmates would transform into zombies and would only be searching for me. This tactic might backfire horribly. While trembling at the thought of the impending dawn of the deed, I began searching for a safe house. I found a shed by the incinerator behind the school. After climbing up to the roof, I held my breath. It wasn't a bad place to hold out. Not only did I have a good line of sight, but if necessary, I could jump off in 3 different directions to escape. It was getting rowdy down there. The lower grades were running around below the shed. My Ibata isn't around. My Ibata-san isn't around. Is he over there? Ooh. Nope. Where's Keiichi-san, I wonder? His dad is at the front gate. Ooh. This was definitely a lie. The word gate, the same one I used, gave a hint of revenge. So Mion was behind this. I was still keeping 1 step ahead of the game. Watch him actually be at the front gate. That'd be really fucking funny. I felt bad for my underclassmen, but they have to search until the school bell. Hey, do you know where Keiichi-san is at? His mom suddenly got really sick. Watch this all be happening. That'd be so fucking funny. A message for Mayabara-san. They said his house caught fire and he needs to come to the gate. A jumbo jet fell on top of the Mayabara residence. The police have come to question him. Anything goes now. They say he enjoys peeping in bathrooms. Wait, what? Huh? Is it true that he's going around every night stealing panties? This isn't good. What are they talking about? I heard he wears panties on his head and smells some stuff. Scorched earth tactics. This is even more than that. This is like fucking. No way I would do that. Well, I heard that class representative Mion was a victim too. To be fair, she would be the best victim. What? What? Gah! This was her doing Mion. Calm down, Keiichi Mayabara. This is Mion's battle tactic to flush me out. Hold on. My underclassmen thought about it logically. They would know it's all nonsense. The small kids don't understand things logically. To them, all those things were true, so they all chuckled together while looking for me. Hehehe. Bwah! I win, Mion. It's my victory. Bwah! Wiping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory. Did you hear? I heard that the new transfer student, Mayabara-san, is a really perverted person. Really, Keiichi's fault for dropping this low in the first place. He didn't even go that bad. Gah! Cost of beating Mion had too high a price. Ah! Oh, someone passed below. That's Rena and Rika-chan. Oh no. Haha. Rika-chan, you still okay? I'm getting by somehow. Haha. It seems Mi-chan is it as well. Mion? It couldn't be. She'd become it because of my little strategy. This confirmed that Mion was behind this relentless message war. This wasn't good. We finally got away from Mi-chan, but Satoko-chan, she's Rika-chan whole board. Yeah, literally a rectangle. Satoko is searching around the pipes, so we should be safe here for a while. Upon hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. While Rena was slumped on the ground, breathing heavily, Rika had started creeping up to her. Rika-chan doesn't normally make noise when she walks, but it's strange. It couldn't be. Whoa! Rika-chan! What is it? What is it? Oh! Don't worry. I had never seen Rika-chan smile so creepily before. Why are you coming here? Why are you coming closer? Why? Rika-chan isn't a zombie, is she? Don't be scared. I'll be sure to eat you gently. No way. Rika-chan, no. Eek. Rena was pressed against the wall and Rika-chan lurched forward with both arms just like a zombie. Rena quaked with her back, pushed up against the wall. It was quite a surreal scene of horror. Like one of those zombie breakouts videos you see. Okay. Theory time. He's gonna save her, but she's actually it this whole time, and they were just faking it. Big brain idea, right? At that moment, Rena's eyes met mine. Keiichi-kun, tasukete! Zombie Rika-chan turned 180 degrees, exorcist style, and glared at me. No! Found him, I see Kei-chan. Mion popped out from behind the cinder block wall around the garbage dump, also seeing where I was. My position was only advantageous where there was one zombie. Being surrounded was not as good. You said you located Keiichi-san? I could tell that Satoko was rushing by my way. It seemed that Rika-chan had let Rena escape, and now she was burying her fangs in my direction. Oh yeah. Come on down, Kei-chan. The 3 zombies circled the shed, moaning curses. You guys are scary. Too scary. I wonder how Keiichi-san's guts taste. Ooh. I want to chase by ghosts too. Yeah. Yeah. Keiichi-san. Keiichi, I want you to become one of us. Is this a good thing? Someone please save me. I saw Rena apologizing to me from across the schoolyard. An apology. Sorry. Leaving me for dead. Rena? I leapt off the roof out of fear, slipping as I landed. No! Satoko and Rika jumped on top of me, and after straddling me, they tickled me all over my body. Should have been me, it 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 should have been me. Wah! Stop! Wah! Prank him, John! So this means Rena is still left. There isn't much time until the bell. Damn you, Rena. How dare you leave me for dead? The feelings of a zombie. Remember, this game has murder. Hey man, don't remind people, this is a cutesy little game. Feeling of a zombie. I understand how vengeful ghosts with lingering regrets felt. It's sad, so sad. But Keiichi's one of us now. I felt like I'd been bitten by a vampire and was now one of their thralls. It was a strange feeling of being welcomed over the side that had pursued me. Zombie tag is quite profound. No, this is no time to postulate. We must capture Rena-san. The principal is walking down the hall. The bell will ring soon. Devour Rena. I, who had been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary. Except I wasn't just a zombie. I was a master of the night, a vampire. Using the same trick that had tightened the noose around my own neck, I used my classmates to further my evil designs. I gathered up the lower grades from around the school grounds. Everyone listen. Rena's in big trouble. All of you, please look for Rena. A bigger problem than a jumbo jet crash into your family's house? Oh yeah, it had turned into that, hadn't it? Yon whistled nonchalantly, trying to avoid the blame. Yeah, it's not even in the same league as jumbo jets. What fell on Rena's house was a space colony. A space colony? Yeah, it's a really big disaster. Everything in 100-kilometer radius was obliterated. What? But that's only the prelude to this tragic tale. This is the beginning, the start of a war for independence by the propagandability of Xeon. Smart, pretty, funny girl. That's a pretty interesting name. Boy, yeah. The lower grades were dumbfounded, their eyes like saucers at the grand turn of events. What will happen? Will the Terran Federation lose? Wait, what? Wait, you have lore too? Things go on like this, they will. Only one person can defeat the Red Comet. Huh? That person is Rena Ryugu. The lower grade students all gulped. It seemed like I made them fully understand that the fight for Earth was lost without Rena. Now scatter, comrades, we must find Rena. My comrades in the lower grades let out an enthusiastic cheer and dashed off in various directions around the school grounds. I'm still thinking about how Rika's hair is still hiding. We can't see it right now, but yeah, I know what you mean. There's still one person who hadn't gone. But I thought even the Terran Federation's Impulse Wave Diffusal Cannon didn't work on the Comet Empire. Exactly. You're close. That's the white variety of those comets. The reason it didn't work was because they didn't know the weak point. Of course, Rena knows their weak point all too well. Yuka-san is amazing. Satisfied with that, she also rushed off to look for Rena. It does seem like there are some promising up-and-comers amongst the youngsters. Is this a reference to another series? I have no idea, honestly. Lil Kei-chan's abilities. This old man knows them better now. What? It didn't really feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever. Really though, how exceptional, Keiichi-san. Huh? This looks quite promising. We had this many, we can win. This many, we will win. I was thinking that Keiichi would have been a better nominee for the initial zombie. Miki-chan's words stung a bit, but I'll let it slide for now. Okay? Not even Rena would be able to escape the entire class. As a result of everyone's thorough search, Rena was finally cornered in the back of the sports equipment shed. You're all scary. Keiichi-kun too. So scary. It probably was scary being chased around by the entire student body. Yeah. All the lower grades closed in on Rena, saying she was the only one who could save the world. What are y'all saying? I can't control a mech. Get in the fucking robot, Rena. Get in the robot. Rena, how could you leave me for dead? Are you ready to pay for it? I'm sorry about that, Keiichi-kun, but I didn't have a choice. Not resist, let yourself be devoured. Let's all be together. Now, Rena, say your prayers. Mwahaha. Rena had stumbled onto a mat, trembling with tears in her eyes. I closed in, associating the situation with a similar, particularly immoral one, made my pulse quicken just a little bit. No! Sure. Obviously, it is kind of similar, but you're not doing that. Hopefully. Right? Satoko and Rika-chan were both wiggling their fingers. Oh no. Bro gonna get locked in. They probably want to tickle Rena. Yeah, tickle. Rena, wanting no part of what she knew was about to happen, went stiff with fear. Keiichi-kun, you wouldn't do mean things like everyone else, would you? Would you? I wonder. How? Now then, are you ready? Okay, so long as it's Keiichi-kun. No! Oh no! Wait, guys, is this Riz / permission? What immoral thing was he thinking about? What is she thinking about is a better question. The face she made as she resigned herself to her fate made my heart skip a beat. Wait, hold on. I believe that Keiichi-kun won't do horrible things to me. Our body won't move. That had to be some sort of anti-zombie mantra. With Higurashi has decent art. Yeah, watch this. Oh wait, no, wrong thing. Wait. Hold on. Boom and yoink. There we go. That's the OG art. This is the manga gamer art, which I dislike. And here's the console, which is in my opinion the best one. Yeah, so the console one was, I believe, I don't remember what it was released on. Probably PS3, I think. I don't know for sure. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside me died instantly. Whoa. Original art so cursed, it's kind of silly. There was the bell, game over. Bro, novel 1 is the best. Yay! I did it! I survived! Yay! Rena pranced around merrily as if a curse had been broken. So daylight broke in the nick of time and the evil zombie army disintegrated into dust. And so the heroine survived. Well, that's how it goes in the movies anyway. She did kind of sacrifice everyone though, but that's alright. Whoops. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. What are you postulating about? This is all because Keiichi-san was dawdling about. Excuse me, but she was saying some sus things. I kind of hesitated because women. Punishment is required. Are we getting corrected? Okay. Apparently Nipa is not allowed on YouTube. What the Nino sounds about right. It was subdued by Satoko and Rika-chan and once again sentenced to death by 100 tickles. Should have been me, 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 should have been me. Eek, forgive me, eek. Then the award for surviving goes to Rena Ryugu and Mion Sonozaki. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why you? Huh? Michan wasn't a zombie? Only pretending to be one. They say you need to deceive your allies before you can deceive the enemy, you know? Oh, you little... Wait, how, though? Why didn't Satoko care? Yeah. Hurry up and change, alright? Don't be late for the next class. Let go of me, Satoko. Rika-chan. Wow. Having had my fill of being terrified to my very core by club activities, I solemnly swear I would have Mion crying for mercy next time. See? Oh, is that it? That might be it. Well, that's a good place to stop anyway, even if it's not the end of the chapter, so. Wow. Surrounded by Clay's alley. This guy. Bell. Alright, either way, this is a good place to stop. Satoko, my beloved. Oh boy, we're seeing stuff. Okay, we'll stop it here. Not the end of a chapter, which makes... I mean, to be fair, it makes sense. What arc are you on now? It's still the first game. Games are long, actually. I think I looked up, it was like 12 hours per game, and there's like, what, 8? I don't know. But yeah, there's still no, like, fucked up stuff yet. Keyword yet. We'll get there. Alright, save. Save. Yes. Okay. That do be it. Tomorrow, same thing. I kind of want to play more. I like this game. Even though nothing's really happened yet, it's actually just high-key fun. The dialogue is just high-key good. I don't know why, but they made this really enjoyable. Glory to Satoshiko. You know what? You kind of right about that. Satoshiko is kind of nice. Nipa! Can we just get a Nipa instead, too? Or actually, not instead. Also, not instead. Also, can we get a Nipa? Nipa! Rokunana! Yeah, exactly. We can get that, too. Rokunana. Alright. That's it. Tomorrow, same time. Same thing. Okay, bye-bye.